Hey yo, what is up FPG fam? Further here and welcome back to another Aether Gazer video. Now I know I'm late, I do apologize, but there is so much to go over and so much to cover and so much that I want to share with you all because I'm super excited about everything that's going to be happening here relatively soon that I needed to talk about it. So I do hope you enjoy, I hope you get some value from it, and of course this is all in regards to the brand new patch update that's going to be happening on September 5th. So super excited. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Now we're going to be talking about the brand new patch update itself, but we're also going to be talking about the brand new modifiers that are coming with this update. We're also going to be talking about the new sigil, and we're going to be talking about the future banners after this one, just to give you a bit of a roadmap of what to kind of expect. Now starting off with the brand new patch update, like I mentioned, it's going to be happening on September 5th, and alongside it should be the Hades banner. And spoiler, it is going to be Hades with a brand new A rank modifier, Oneros. And this patch is also going to introduce a new boss fight with Athena. By the way, she looks incredible. Chef's kiss on this design. And this should be a really good time. Also going to be introducing addition to the story, which I believe we've all been waiting for. It's been quite some time since they added to the story. So that's going to be fun to dive into and experience all of that. We should be getting a brand new event as well. Shadow under Convaleria, if I'm not mistaken. This should be the new event. So that's going to be really nice to partake in that, see what that has entailed, and also gain some more rewards, obtain more resources and premium currency. And by the way, this wallpaper is just phenomenal. Whoever the artist was for this one, they deserve a raise, absolutely. Now let's go ahead and talk about the banner itself. Now it should be dropping on September 5th when the patch goes live, and that is right around the time that Hera's banner should be leaving, so it kind of lines up perfectly. Now the banner itself should remain the same because everything's been consistent in terms of characters on banners from CN to global, but there is one caveat we're going to talk about here in just a moment. So of course, it's introducing the most anticipated modifier to date, which is S Hades. This modifier is going to be an absolute game changer because of what she's bringing to the table. We haven't seen anything like it in terms of DPS, so I'm excited about this modifier in particular, like I know most of you are. It's just going to be so much fun pairing her with all these supports and just seeing the massive numbers. It's just going to be incredible. Anyways, a brand new A rank modifier, Oneros, who's going to be phenomenal alongside Hades. We're going to go more in depth about that here in just a moment. Buzembu, which is going to be great for a lot of Buzembu fans. And then we have Hera. Now this is the asterisk right here, and the reason being is because we have A rank Hera on the Hera banner. So this is interesting because on CN they had them spaced out. You can see they had the Hera banner, then Scotty, Leviathan, and then Hades. So it made sense that Hera was here and then came back with Hades. But I'm interested to see what they do here, because now we're having Hera and Hades back to back, and then A rank modifier Hera back to back. I'm not too sure. They might just keep her on there because the Gen Zone Olympus, it'll go alongside Hades, good for free to play. You may be able to then Omega her if you haven't already. If you got her like double or triple S, this might be an Omega moment. So that could be a thing. I'm not entirely too sure. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I can assure you Buzembu and Oneros are going to be there. I don't see them switching that up by any means. Of course, Oneros is going to be. So that is how the banner should be when it comes to global. Once again, we'll see what they do with A Hera. Now, speaking about Hades herself, once again, like I mentioned earlier, she's going to be an absolute game changer. I'm sure you guys all seen the reasons why, but she's going to be the best DPS when she comes on global, and she's going to be that way for until now in CN. I mean, obviously there's some other modifiers in CN that rival her or out DPS her, but she still holds her own, and she's still phenomenal, and she's still, what, maybe top 2, top 3 DPS in the game on CN. So that should tell you how good she's going to be on global. She's going to be absurd. And you could just take a look. I don't even have to go in depth in her kit, which I'm going to do a separate video for. You could just take a look at it and see how nutty she's going to be. You can look at all the percentages. You can see all the text within her kit. You can see crit damage all over the place, shadow damage all over the place. She's just going to be a nutty modifier. So I'm just super excited to get my hands on her, to try her out in different team builds, try different builds in general on her, and see what she's really capable of, see some nutty numbers. It's just going to be a very good time. Now, speaking about the A rank modifier, Oneros, I am super excited about her as well because she's going to be a perfect pairing to Hades. Arguably, they need to run together. It's just, that's how good they are. And she is of the Olympus Gen Zone as well, so a perfect pairing right there. And she's just going to be doing so much for Hades, and I'll probably do a separate video for her as well. And do the usual when new modifiers come out, how I do my first impressions, and then I do different builds, and I try different things, and then do in-depth guides. So if you're excited about that, just make sure you're tapped into the channel, and I'll have all of that for you. But Oneros, I'm super excited about her as well. It's just going to be a lot of resources. Like, if you guys are planning on building these 2 modifiers, you have to get ready now. You have about 2 weeks, maybe less than 2 weeks, to go ahead and get ready. So you want to start farming your materials, start farming up your resources, and start farming up your premium currency to get ready to try and build these 2 modifiers and get them maxed out, because it takes a lot. It's draining. I'm not gonna hold you. But with that being said, talking about building and getting ready and pre-farming, we're gonna be getting a brand new sigil for Hades that will be dropping, and that's Charon's Obol. If I mispronounce, I do apologize. This is certainly the one that you're going to want to build up and farm out for your Hades. Now, of course, you're not going to be able to until it drops when the patch updates, so you're going to have to wait for that, unfortunately. But this one, in combat, increases self-attack by 3% when Divine Grace is obtained. Lasts 5 seconds. Every stack refreshing the duration, max 3 stacks. Increases self-crit damage by 12% when Divine Grace is consumed. Lasts 5 seconds. Every stack refreshing the duration, max 3 stacks. So this is far and away going to be the best for Hades. It's just going to amplify her damage that much more. Now, of course, there's a bit of a condition with it lasting for a certain amount of time, but nonetheless, you're still going to be taking full advantage of that attack increase. And then, of course, the crit damage increase is just nutty. This is going to afford you the ability to maybe build into crit rate a little bit more, or attack a little bit more. Of course, you still want to get the crit damage up, and then she has just so much built within her kit naturally in terms of crit damage and crit rate and just damage itself, that any build that you put alongside Hades, that's why I think she's going to be very easy to build in general, because anything that you do is just going to be very beneficial, because she already has so much within her kit in terms of crit rate, crit damage, and things of that nature, that you're not going to really have to worry about too much. Just build her how you would naturally build a main DPS, and then I think you'll be perfectly fine. But you'll definitely want to have that sigil set, and then alongside Oneros with Hades, and then Hera is a perfect partner because she's of the Olympus Gen Zone, and she's buffing attack through the roof. It's just going to be, I could already see the team builds that I want to put together. It's just going to be so much fun. It's going to be a really good time, and I'm excited about that. Moving on from there, I did want to go ahead and talk about future banners after Hades that we can expect, just to give you a bit of a roadmap. So within the same patch, we should be getting Eshu as well. Now, Eshu is a modifier that a lot of people are saying is a skip, right? I believe she's going to be in the standard banner as well, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. Let me know if I am. But if I'm not wrong, she's going to be in the standard banner. People are saying that she does some pretty decent DPS, but her kit is difficult to use, and to be able to get the DPS, you have to do a lot of work and things of that nature. She has a high skill cap, and it may not be worth your time. And so I'm hearing all of these things, and I'm taking them all into consideration. But one thing that I like to do on the channel is try and prove those things wrong. I did it with Leviathan, and I went ahead and did that with Scotty as well. Okay, let me take that back. Not necessarily proved wrong, but just proved otherwise. Maybe that's the better way to say it, because people were saying skip Leviathan, not worth it, you have a healer already. But I come to find out Leviathan has so much utility and offers so much more than just healing, that I was glad that I pulled her and built her up. Same with Scotty. Obviously, she's going to be out DPS down the road, and that's understandable, but for the time being, she's a phenomenal DPS, and she's incredibly fun to use, and that's what Aether Gazer's all about. So Eshu, I believe, is going to be very similar to like Scotty, where she's going to be incredibly fun to use, and that high skill cap intrigues me. I don't want a modifier that's just brain dead per se. Now, similar to like Hades, you know, people are probably going to say Hades is pretty brain dead, but I beg to differ, because I think her kit is going to take some skill and some micromanaging and some nuances that you need to look into. So I think Hades is going to be a little more intricate than people may be thinking, and everybody knows Shu is pretty technical, and that intrigues me. That draws me to this character, not to mention she looks great. I think she has one of the best designs in the game, and I think she's going to be able to offer more than just damage. So I'll be doing a separate video on her kit as well, diving into that. And then after Shu should be Athena, and the Olympus characters and the Olympus Gen Zone at this point is just going to be popping off. We're going to have Athena, Hades, Hera. It's just going to be crazy. You're going to have so many Olympus characters that you can put together. Great supporters, great buffers, great damage dealers. Like, the Olympus Gen Zone is really that Gen Zone right now. They are them right now. But Athena looks very fun as well, and I'm excited to try and use her also and make her very strong and really formidable. So anyways, that is the banners that you could be looking forward to. With Athena comes a Heimdall, who I've heard good things about. Shu is just gonna have a pretty standard banner, as you can see right here. So, and then a Hera comes back again. Like, a Hera is just on every single banner at this point, it seems like. So that is pretty much the roadmap for right now, what you can expect within the next couple of banners. But once again, Hades drop in here relatively soon, which is very exciting. Cannot wait. Let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments below, and let me know if you're excited about Hades, and if you're skipping, I would love to know the reasons why. I'm intrigued and interested and curious to see what you guys have to say if you are skipping Hades and who you're skipping her for. But anyways, I'm gonna get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.